speaking. Hello, Bernie. How are you?
Yeah, it's Bernie. Yeah, how you doing, Robert?
Oh, doing really good. I'm going to honor you.
I'm doing great, Robert. How are you?
Excellent. Doing really great. Listening to GMT, Evil Twin, and having an absolute blast doing so.
That's good.
Like I say,
I'm glad to hear that.
Excellent
Glad to hear
album.
that.
Letting a lot of people know.
That's great, man. We had a blast recording it, so that was good. That's good.
Yeah, how did GMT get together?
Basically, John and I played together in a lot of other bands in the past. I met John about 100 years ago, really.
Right,
and I played with him in Gillan, and he had a band called Mammoth. I played solos on his album.
Right. Okay.
Then, and it's just we've always
crossed paths and
crossed paths over the years. And
I
came
said,
across
okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
I know that it sounds fantastic. It's absolutely raw. It's perfect. It's got everything. It's meat and potatoes.
That's great.
And in the studio, tell me some studio. How'd you guys get along in the studio? Was it fun?
Yeah. I mean, we always have a laugh. It's we get on great, which is a change because I've been in an awful lot of bands. There's been a lot of arguments, but this band there is no arguments at all. It's just a blast, really.
Yeah, that's a good sign, definitely.
Yeah.
And you guys are touring out there in England.
Yeah. We've been playing loads of shows around Europe and all of that, and around England. Excellent. And it's a great live band. I mean, we always have a great time, and the audience always has a great time. It's the main thing, really,
Right. It's the vibe, like the passing back and forth, and I've been following you for life. It seems like I remember way back in when you joined Ozzy's band, the Save Ozzy's Day, when Randy died.
Right. Yeah,
I had seen you in New Haven, Connecticut.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so
Well,
fantastic.
I'll tell you, I was a scared bunny just then, because I was trying to keep up with all Randy's guitar parts.
Oh, yeah, and that was not an easy thing to do.
No easy thing, man. Yeah.
And yet it's an honor to do so. So I think a lot of the world respects that you stood in there and helped, and I'm sure Randy looks down and sees that too.
It was a great honor to be asked. It was a great experience. It was a terribly sad time, but a great honor to be asked. And I mean, Ozzy's a great guy, and everyone else in the band, lovely people.
Well, it was an honor that you got to be in there, and I saw you play, and I've been following your music all the way through, and of course Ozzy's and Gillan. And
that's cool. That's cool.
You see Gillan lately?
No, I haven't seen him in a long time. I mean, he spends an awful lot of time in the U.S. now. Right. The last time I really hooked up with Ian was, 10 years ago, probably.
Right.
So,
how the time flies,
he passes. He follows his own path.
Right.
So that's it, really.
That's excellent. Well, I think that's really super fantastic. With GMT, do you have you're going to do another album too? After
of course, yeah. I mean, you can't stop us, man. It's
fantastic,
like indestructible.
Excellent.
It's rolling on.
Absolutely, let it build because it's super fantastic. Like I said, when I listen to the music, it's like there's no polish. There needs no polish. It's straight rock and roll, right in your face, rock and roll. And I mean,
really, all of us in the past, we've all done that recording thing and tried to polish it and tried to make it,
correct,
kind of airplay friendly and all of that. And this project, we had no interest in any of that. It was just, to go and play in a room and
do it
right
from
and
the
enjoy
source.
It. Yeah.
No frills, you know what I mean? Like the actual.
Yeah,
that's great. That's natural.
Yeah. And it's basically old school. I mean, how it was in the past.
Yes.
No clever bits.
Right,
it's just
I hear you.
Rock out and play.
What bands were you influenced by, or musicians, like when you were young and growing up?
Well, Rolling Stones, Hendrix enormously, Beatles even. I mean, I am old. I've been around a long time.
Oh, we live forever, Bernie. Our spirits go on.
Yeah. I mean, just thousands of bands. I mean,
it's like as you go back and you go back down the timeline, do you remember like your first gig?
Yeah, I remember that. I think I was 16.
Okay.
And it was a scout hall, like a kind of, I don't know if you have scouts in the U.S.,
Boy Scouts? Like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it was a scout hall, and it was like, tiny PA, single 12-inch speaker, and I played loud.
I'm sure you did. And like, what, from that you started your first band?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
what was that
right,
band? You recall?
Oh, I don't. I've no idea what it was called, man. It's a long time ago,
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah.
But that's super fantastic. I was definitely interested. How about the United States? You come to the United States eventually, or?
Well, I mean, I hope to. Yeah, we hope to. We have been talking to some people about it because the album is out in the U.S. now. And it's, the amount of interest has increased. So, hopefully in the next, year.
Yes, it takes
we'll
time.
Get across. It'd be great,
Yeah, a lot of
legal stuff. Well, definitely, I'll keep my eye open, definitely, for that to happen. Like, I did a petition for you, God, I think it was 7 years ago, when I was communicating with Robert Schaefer.
Oh, yeah,
Wild
Bob.
West.
Yeah. He's a great guy. I mean, he tried hard. At the time, I hadn't been playing a great amount live, and it just never panned out, so
Right.
It never happened. I hope it happens now, though, I mean, I'd love to.
I surely hope it happens, and if it does, I'm sure you can come up in our area and stuff. Robert works really hard in doing so, and I understand how sometimes when you try really hard to make things happen, you just got to go with the flow, and you got to.
I know, this is it. Yeah. Well, I mean, the last time I spent any time in the U.S. was with D.
Right.
Snider,
Right.
And I was across Long Island town, from
right down near New York.
Connecticut, so I was in there. I was in Long Island, so
Right.
a long time. I had a great time with that,
Yes, absolutely excellent. And
like I said, I'm passing the word about this new album, Evil Twin, GMT,
that's cool.
and it's super absolutely excellent. If
That's
you'd like to
great.
tell me what webpage that folks can get that album from.
Okay. I mean, if you go to www.gmtrocks.com/orders international.
Okay.
.html, or you can go to the eBay page, and that's stores.ebay.com/retrorec.
Okay.
That's RETROWREK.
Okay.
That's a
Excellent.
record label name.
I'm sure that this is going to do well, and like I said, I'm passing the word. I'm very excited about it because, like
And
you
you
were
can
mentioning,
also-
that when I hear
Yeah.
this album, I'm hearing exactly the way that it should be. It's not, and to play live, I bet you're happy because it's going to sound like that live.
Yeah, well, it is. There isn't any difference at all. It hasn't thousands of harmonies, thousands of overdubs, hasn't any
Correct.
overdubs at all.
Correct.
So, and also, of course, people are able to get it on Amazon.
Yes, Amazon.com.
correct.
Yeah.
And likewise, the MySpace page. They
Yeah,
can go over
yeah.
there and there'll be some information, which I'll be adding.
Yeah, that's
and,
right. And that's myspace.com/GMT Rocks.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Cool.
Well, Bernie, not to cut it short and stuff, I definitely want to say that, that I'd like to possibly put this on YouTube to do the best to help promote GMT and your music, and I hope everybody catches on and can do likewise.
Cheers, man. That's great.
Because when we all work together, that's what really makes it happen. And
Absolutely, and it's all about rock and roll.
It's about rock and roll. And that's what you're about, Bernie, and I appreciate it. And I love your music. And
Thanks, man.
if there's any last parting words you'd like to say to people out there?
Yeah, get GMT, Evil Twin, it rocks.
Absolutely. Thank you,
And I
Bernie, so
love you
much.
all.
This is Bahama
Cheers.
Kin for CMO1, Connecticut Music Online. And we're talking here with Bernie Torme of GMT. That's Guy McCoy, Torme. Get the album, Evil Twin. Thank you very much, Bernie.
Cheers, Robert.
And I'll be in touch.
Okay, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You have a good evening.
And you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Bernie Torme of GMT. Get the album, Evil Twin, now. Excellent. This is Bahama Kin, Connecticut Music Online, CMO1. Thank you. It's March 26th, 2009.